Donna died, I felt in my bones that I would never feel the presence of a deeply felt connection and awe to another. To be embraced in the wonderment of another again. I believe there are random moments that are organic in nature, powerful in meaning. These moments happen without rendering our souls, without ripping ourselves apart to find them. They just happen. They happen just randomly. These moments bring an unknown insight that deserves to be measured. A couple of weeks ago, I went to a play. I saw Prima Facia right here. I saw this starring Jodie Comer. In fact, you can see her right there. You can see she signed it. Yay me, but I'll get into that. The play tells a story of a British barrister named Tess. She's a criminal defense attorney that defends men who are abused of sexual assault. And during the first half of the play, she, presents herself and say, I use the law, I create reasonable doubt, and she gets these men off. She has, she looks at it like, I'm doing my job, I went to law school, I've been successful, that's what I do. In the second half of the play, Tess is sexually assaulted, she's raped, and she faces what she has done to other women. No spoilers, but I just wanted to set the play up. This is a one-woman play. 2+ hours without intermission. Jodie Comer is a force of nature. Her work and her art are beyond belief. This was a 2-hour monologue. For days, I struggled to find an analogy that captures how she leveled up her genius, the genius of this writing. I thought of a snare drum, relentlessly beating, changing tempo, never stopping. Close, but not quite. It came to me that she was Neil Peart, the drummer with Rush, doing a 2-hour solo using every single drum. Tones, bass drums, 3 snare drums, edge snare, full set of cymbals, hi-hats, etc., etc., etc. Every single drum was used to communicate a different beat, a different tone. That's what Jodi did. Jodie Comer did the same as I described with the drums, with her voice, her staging, her tone, the timbre of her voice, her acting, her facial expressions, her hands, her softness, her pain. 2 hours of beating out a story as dramatically and powerfully as that without missing a beat. She did it while moving stage pieces. She carried me through every word, touching all that I hear when I crisis counsel. Every gesture, along with the brilliant narrative arc of a critical message, spoke to me, spoke volumes we all need to hear. We need to listen, believe, and trust women who are sexually assaulted. These victims need to feel they are not alone. Prima Facia tore me open. I witnessed and felt the depth and breadth of what creative genius was. And this was in real time, real life, 60 feet away. Suzi Miller wrote a powerful and important play. Jodi took that writing to an entirely genius level, a raw, driven, emotional genius without pause, not a break. She even did 5 minutes of it in the pouring rain on stage. When the play ended, I was breathless, literally breathless, and lost in what I just witnessed. Lost in knowing that this will never be duplicated for me again in my life as I march toward my expiration date. I found myself lost in the reality of nearly touching genius and realizing how profound this was for me and my grief. And I'm going to come to that, how this fits to my grief and Donna. I did have a playbill right there. And I brought a Sharp because I wanted to see if I could get an autograph. I left the theater, stood near the barricades, near the stage door, about 4 deep away. And I figured, me being all like, the glass is half empty with a poisonous liquid in it, I'd never get it signed. But the gods were with me. Comer stepped to where I was, and after the folks in front of me moved away after they got their playbill signed, she signed my playbill. And I said to her, of course, I have to speak up. Thank you for this very important work and message. I'm a crisis counselor, and this means so much. Comer looked at me and said, thank you for your work. And it was over. The play reminded me that as a crisis counselor, I can listen better, more deeply when a woman speaks about her trauma. Thank you, Miller. Thank you, Comer. But more importantly, this brought to life something greater within me. I know, old man, beautiful, genius of a woman said 5 words to me. Yep, I went there. I did for about an hour. Then, being all me and full of mull and questions and doubt, I began to unpack what happened. It took me a few days of me being all gobsmacked by her and her art and the play, of wanting to just be in her presence, to learn how genius is found, unfolded, and flown like a kite for all to see, to be in that world for a moment more. Of course, I knew it would never happen, never ever happen. I'm so unworthy even to kiss the hem of her robe, which is fine. My pipe dreams are far and few between. So allow me this one. There was more to this. There is the Ven, and more than one Ven. There's Comer, there's me, there's the play Prima Facia. In the infinitesimal small overlap is insight and presence. The genius that played before my eyes in that Venn overlap became a surrogate marker for my grief and loss. What I witnessed on stage and by the stage door was an embodiment of having Donna in my life, or better said, an embodiment of what it was like to be married to Donna for 28 years. To feel that strength of a being, of another, the unyielding confidence of a woman, and the drive to make their art theirs, to make their art scream and sing, to be all they are, to be all they could be, to just have a presence in the world, and for me to be part of that presence. Donna's not Jodi. Jodi's not Donna. But for me, in this Comer Prima Facia moment, there was a presence and a warmth that I bathed in. I had not felt that presence since Donna died. In my memories, I do. In my memories, I feel that presence. In isolation, the Ven and Donna and me is completely overlapped, pretty much so. There was a presence with Donna from day one and for 30 years in that overlap. The first we met, the presence was small, and then it grew and grew and grew. The presence did not die when Donna died. What died was a sense that I would never feel a presence again, would never feel or ever be engulfed in a moment of the truth of another so completely again. To feel my own truth for just a moment, for a few hours, I was caught up in a presence again that held me. Even after all these years of grieving and my loss, this random moment told me, speaks to me. I'm not dead inside. I'm not dead as much as I think I am. I can feel what I felt when I first met Donna, a presence that captured me, held me in awe, a presence that bolstered my being. Comer and Prima Facia passed me by in a nanosecond. Just poof, gone. But left a deep impression, not just of her as an artist, but a reminder of my ability to feel again, to see again, to be again. And this isn't puppy love. As much as you can accuse me of that, it's not. This is knowledge. And if you've seen my other videos and my writing on grief, I look at it deeply and I try to find the knowledge in it. And this was one of those moments. This is what I'm getting at. I'm not dead inside, at least for that moment. Who knows what tomorrow will bring? Thank you, Jodi. Thank you, Suzi Miller. Thank you for everyone who helped put Prima Facia on stage and made it happen. You all ignited in me a capacity to accept that though I no longer have Donna's living presence, I have her memories. And those memories are fine. Those memories are there. I think what I learned was that I still had the capacity to revel, to be alive, to not be dead inside with memories, but to live them and feel them. You signed my playbill, Jodi. Thank you. You know, the least I can do is, if you or Team Jodi see this, I will sign Donna a photo memoir of love and loss. It's the least I can do. But fat fucking chance you'll see this. Hope springs eternal. Thank you all for watching this. Subscribe, ask a question, leave a comment, share, all that other cool stuff. Thank you.